Had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Drew Brees and the Chicago Bears.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
I'm absolutely eager to watch him play in this game because here we are, Week 15. Not a lot of games left down the stretch. But will he get outside of himself, try to...
to throw on second down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 16 yards, a first down.
Rob Gronkowski.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he... Brees now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Marshawn Lattimore there.
Back to the air on second down. It's Brees. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brees again. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Chicago.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
second down. Ingram. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is caught by Jackson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Breeze. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A look at the numbers from last week for Olsen. 6 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there on a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 28. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
23-yard line.
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted by the Bears.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And they get to him after after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram.
Breeze pass. Complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
At their own 13.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, quick slant to Brown. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run with Michelle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and
to Michelle on the screen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Another Minnesota Vikings.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Mahomes. That's caught by Hollister. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 12.
On 2nd down, Michel. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He's across.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Taken down at the 40.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's caught by Jackson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Breeze. The quick slant caught. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Forbath to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Breeze. On the right side, caught by Green. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We kick off our tour with a good one in the NFC. Carolina heading to Lambeau to take on Green Bay. And they have gone to the break with the Panthers out in front. Raheem Mostert, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The veteran Phillip Rivers with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
And out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, giving 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Michel. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Mahomes. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
It's a game. This
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, Michel. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Michel. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 21. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
He was tackled.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 16.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Vikings 6.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Breeze. Jackson's got it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete.
Complete to Rob Gronkowski.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
And inches.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
2 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
At the 21-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The tackle.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Makes the score Bears 17, Vikings 6.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so. Offense
marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Vikings.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 18-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
For the field goal.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
That one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Number 21, Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. under pressure, and down he goes. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now the second down throw on target. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 11.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Jackson.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears
on 1st down. Breeze. Bringing it in, Jackson left side.
Breeze pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Jackson.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now Breeze. And caught right side, Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. There's Breeze. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up all sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
14.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. And tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
The tackle made back up.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have played neutral, don't you?
Yes, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Complete.
10 more there and another 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Chicago, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.